leadership lean and the ops don't know. Free up my team with a big dream and a mean man, never go pro. See man up in the chat but I know how to react, po-po, no I never so cold. Come run up in the back, get a back, you don't want this.
St. Albans. It's week 2 of the West Virginia high school football season. Tonight is the 89th edition of Battle of the Bridge, the 1-0 Nitro Wildcats versus the 0-1 St. Albans Red Dragons. St. Albans is coming off that 40-0 defeat against Shady Springs. Nitro had no problem with a 4A Hedgevilles, 52-14. It's Videos Productions Countdown to Kickoff, brought to you tonight by Crumble Cookie. Battle of the Bridge meets Battle of the Cookies. Semi-sweet chocolate chunk cookie for St. Albans. Game day chocolate dark red cookie for Nitro. A portion of the cookie sales to the St. Albans football team. I'm Jackson Thompson, getting you ready for kickoff, joined by producer Josh Bowman, cameras 1, Katie, Maddie, Bree Scarcella, Jazz Wright, and 2, Riley Bowman, Olivia, and Nadia. Stats, Jill Seipolt. Broadcast team, Mark Seipolt, solo tonight. On Countdown tonight, forecast for kickoff, spotlight on St. Albans High School. I sat down with the new principal, Miss Stingo, and we'll have other rundowns of the games in the area.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, a Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Why choose Thornhill Auto Group?
It starts with selection,
10 quality brands,
all from a name you've trusted for years.
plus a great selection of pre-owned.
And don't forget, practically every vehicle we sell comes with Thornhill's Value Plus warranty.
It's coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy
At Thornhill Auto Group.
So you're ready to get started on that home remodel? Then America's #1 exterior remodeler is here to help. For over 19 years, Window World of Beckley has helped homeowners in our area take care of their greatest investment. We make it easy to remodel your home with special financing options and convenient monthly payments. Because we are locally owned and operated, you can expect the best in customer service. We're excited to see what you have in mind. We look forward to helping you create the home of your dreams.
I know that you've heard the name Shuckers. Shuckers has been at 70 Old Main Street, St. Albans for more than a decade. Really, serving up such great food like Shucker shrooms, jerk shrimp, juicy steaks, seafood, wings, stuffed shells, scallops, thin crust pizzas. There's something here for every taste bud in your house. Come hang out in the cozy bar area or bring your crew in and stretch out in the dining room for a memorable evening. Shuckers is more than seafood, it's your food. Open Tuesday through Saturday. We'll see you at Shuckers.
Welcome to St. Albans High School, where today, this episode of the Spotlight Podcast, we're interviewing Miss Stanko.
Okay, Miss Stanko. So how did freshman orientation go today?
I think it went very well. I was very excited to see all the new upcoming students come to the high school, getting to talk to them for a little bit, get to introduce myself to the community and the parents, talking to them one-on-one. And I was very excited to see all the students interacting in the comments, getting to sign up for sports, clubs, activities. The student council did a fantastic job of putting it on.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great. Alrighty, Ms. Stanko, what was your previous job before coming back to St. Albans?
I was an assistant superintendent in Pendleton County, where I was the director of transportation, I was the Title IX coordinator, I was over guidance counselors and nurses, I was over communities and schools with a therapy dog, I was also the director of human resources, and I helped with social emotional learning screenings.
So I bet you stayed busy a lot.
I was busy 24/7 with transportation. In the winter, I would get up around 1:30, 2 a.m., drive all the back roads, make sure it's safe for our students to get on the roads, and then get back home around 4:30, make the call, and then go work 8 hours. And go do it all again the next day. So very busy.
How do you plan to carry out the new cell phone policy?
I plan to follow the policy from Kanawha County Schools with clear expectations, open communication with transparency with students, staff, and the community, parents, and just applying policy consistently to everyone.
Is there anything else you want to leave us with?
I just want to thank all the students, the staff, the families, and the community for being so supportive and accepting of me coming into this position. St. Albans means everything to me. My family's here, my grandparents, my parents, nephews and nieces, and my brothers, and I'm just very excited to be back home, and I just want to thank everyone for being so accepting.
On your forecast before kickoff, we are hoping the storm front stays west of us. The Weather Service is calling for moderate thunderstorms as the night leads on. We have temperatures of 84 at kickoff, 79 at half with a 45% chance of rain, 71 in the fourth with a 70% chance of rain. Now let's look at some games in the area. Capital at Cabell Midland. Hurricane at George Washington, Martinsburg at Huntington, Riverside at Oak Hill, Spring Valley at Parkersburg. Now for your 3A, Chapmanville at Nicholas County, James Monroe at Shady Springs, Herbert Hoover at Winfield. Now for 2A, Riverview at Logan, Poca at Midland Trail, and Tulsa against Sissonville played on Thursday. You're watching live streaming coverage on Video Productions and listening live on WWSA 96.9.
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
We asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Chevy, where they are right.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, yeah. Can you get that?
Back at Crawford Field, the Nitro Wildcats and St. Albans Red Dragons are out on the field doing some warm-ups. Now, I'm going to introduce Mark.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks to Jackson there, and Jackson is part of our new program at St. Albans High School. It's for the media, and Jackson, as you heard in the first break there, that Jackson did a interview with the new principal, and his new podcast is going to be spotlighting St. Albans High School. Jackson, what type of ideas you trying to come up with for your podcast?
Well, I'm actually having really fun trying to plan this out. I want to really have a deep dive in on St. Albans High School. I want to go from the sports to teachers to even having students on it, and really just seeing and showing off the inner workings of the high school.
Excellent. What encouraged you, or getting into this media club that you guys are in? I noticed you got quite a few members, and we also got a production thing coming up here in a little bit to show you some of the work they've done. What made you interested in this type of stuff?
Well, I'll start from the beginning here. I'm one of the student council presidents, and everybody loves whenever I do announcements. And I was approached by the Bowmans to do something like this. They had an idea, and I decided I'll take the shot and do it with them. And it's grown into this, and I'm really excited to see where we can take it, because it's exciting stuff. I'll be honest with you, Mark.
Well, I hope you can join me the rest of the way through. I'm running solo tonight. Elias was supposed to be with me, but he is stuck in Reno. He's having fun, I'm sure of it. But so tonight I'll be working solo. So I got Jackson here who's going to continue with me through the rest of the pregame. As he mentioned in the opening, this is the 89th edition of Battle of the Bridge. Overall record is 29-57-2. As Nitro in that category. Nitro winning the last 3 of these competitions. The school colors, pretty much identical, black and red. The teams are just a few miles apart across the bridge, so it makes for a great rivalry. And last season, Nitro ended up in the playoffs and defeated Shady Springs in the first round. The second round, they lost to the champion of 3A, Bridgeport Indians, by a score of 70-21 on that. Going back to last September 2024, Nitro in St. Albans met. That was at Nitro High School. Nitro defeated the St. Albans Red Dragons 35-6 and scored by quarter. St. Albans pretty much dominated the first quarter as they had time of possession pretty much the whole quarter as they marched the length of the field. It wasn't for maybe, I don't know, a bad call, or maybe I'm not saying it was. It wasn't close enough, but they maybe could have put points on the board early. But at the end of the first quarter last year, they were 0-0. Second quarter, Nitro gets a touchdown and led at halftime by a score of 7-0. Nitro added 14 more points in the third quarter to make it 21, and then 14 more points in the fourth quarter. But St. Albans added a late score to make the final score 35-6. Team totals in that game: St. Albans passing was 7 for 14 for 77 yards. Rushing, they were 28 carries for 134 yards. Deuce McLean added up for 103 in that game, and a lot of that came on one fake punt, and he ended up the game with 33 yards of rushing and also collected 32 and pass catches. For Nitro, passing, Moody was 21 of 25 for 278. And rushing, Eli Littlejohn was 15 for 87 carrying the ball, and he had 3 touchdowns. Team-wise, 28 for 149 and total rushing. And receiving category, Malachi Thompson, and we'll be talking about him a lot tonight, is one of the holdovers, and soon to be bound, the West Virginia Mountaineers, catching 6 catches for 91 yards and 1 touchdown. Luke Schaefer, 6 catches for 77 yards. Team totals, they were 22 for 303 with 2 touchdown passes. Last week, things got underway for both teams, and unfortunately for St. Albans, they ran into a team that knew how to run the football. The Shady Spring Tigers pretty much dominated. Snodgrass ran up 161 yards on the St. Albans Red Dragons, and as they went down in defeat 40-0. Offensively, really not much to go with in that game, as they struggled in pretty much all parts of the in the game in there. For the Wildcats, they took on a 4A team, Hedgesville. The game was played up in Philippi, of all places, but the Wildcats scored on the first play from scrimmage on a 67-yard touchdown pass, as West Virginia bound, as I mentioned, Malachi Thompson to Ian Duffy. And Nitro racked up 440 yards of total offense in that game. Other players in that game: Chris Radcliffe had 7 carries for 83 yards. Tylil Mills, 7 rushing yards for 1 touchdown. Quarterback Duffy was 17 for 24 for 310 yards and 6 touchdowns, as he had 3 carries also added in that game for 31 yards. Wide receiver Thompson catches 5 for 132. Porter, 6 catches for 67 yards. Burdette, 3 catches for 62 yards. Schaefer added 2 carries for 47 yards. Totally, for defensive-wise, Hedgesville only able to come up with 24 total yards through 3 quarters on a stingy Nitro defense. McAllister led the way with 11 tackles, 3 tackles for losses, and 5 sacks. Also had 2 quarterback hurries. Cohen Luster had 9 tackles, 4 sacks, 2 quarterback hurries. LaRose with 9 tackles, 2 for losses, 5.5 sacks. Bryce Snyder compared 8 tackles, 2 for loss, and also a half a sack. And Smith with 2 sacks in the game. So tonight, Jackson, you're part of the Alumni Association there, I guess, or not out of school yet, but you have been in the hallways. What are you hearing? Is the team fired up, ready to go? Talk to a lot of players about the game. They get excited about Battle of the Bridge?
Yes, I certainly will tell you. Our team is ready to come out here and put their best foot forward, I'll tell you that. I have seen nothing but people talk about the game today. It's been the buzz of the school, from the cafeteria to the classrooms. It is definitely a time to be ready.
Yeah, I know you play soccer. Is the Battle of the Bridge in soccer as big as the Battle of the Bridge in football?
We don't have as much of a turnout, but I will say we have people come and everyone is fired up. I'll say that for every sport. Every time we're going against our rivals, Nitro, St. Albans is ready and geared up to try and win.
Yeah, the years that I've lived here, it seems like it draws a big crowd. Last year we did the broadcast from over in Nitro. St. Albans crowd was fantastic. The cheering section, the kids came out for the game, and everybody stayed till almost the end of that game. I mean, it was one of those things that we've not seen in St. Albans in the past 5-6 years. It's just been kind of hit and miss, particular games. But last year to have a good road, which, it's just across the river, but a good road presence that we had, especially from the student body, was just fantastic. And looking down tonight, it looks like it's filling up. We still have about 16 minutes till game time, and the Nitro crowd has pretty much filled their section of the stadium. St. Albans is starting to fill in down there, and so we'll get ready for the band, the national anthem, here in a second. But I want to pass along former St. Albans High School and Marshall University cheerleader Allison Hubbard Jones, a class of 1989, lost her battle with cancer this week. And also we lost another gentleman around the area, John Bowles, a longtime baseball coach here at St. Albans and city council member. Also we lost him this past week too. So just a shout out to those, and the prayers for everyone in the family before that, and as we get ready for some football. We're down about 15 minutes before kickoff. Thanks for joining us tonight. We also joined tonight by WWSA 96.9. They'll be streaming live with us here this evening, and we got a full house here tonight, and it's going to be a good chance to get out if you haven't already. And we're hoping the weather will hold up. A little cloudy out there as we look out over the horizon there. A little sunset, but we're hoping to get this game in and get it complete. Later today, as I mentioned, the Red Dragon Media Club put together a little clip, and it was from the pep rally, and we captured some of the moments of that. And Jackson, you probably were part of that. I don't know if you did any of the filming of that, but we got it together, some clips of it, and we'll show that. And we'll see you in this, or
you might just. I was out there for student council. We had to help put it together. It was a great time. The gym was, I'll tell you, your ears were ringing after that was done. Everyone was all yelling and real excited.
Okay. Well, Josh has put it together and kind of condensed it down, because I think it was rather quite long. But we'll take this moment here, and we'll bring you the pep rally today from St. Albans High School. You're watching live streaming coverage of video productions and listening live on Retro 96.9 WWSA. Back live at Crawford Field in St. Albans, West Virginia. The band finishing up their playing here at the pregame show. The teams will be coming out from the two Red Dragon blow-ups down in the end zone. And if you're familiar with St. Albans, the end zone they'll be coming out of is the far one from Route 60. So we'll be coming out to the concession side there, and we'll be bringing on the team here just shortly. Starting lineups for tonight, beginning with the Nitro's offense. At tackle, Deron Parks, transfer back to West Virginia, coming back out of Florida. Left guard, Jaden Hill. Center, Dylan Casto. The right guard, Mason Martin. And the right tackle, Stephen Kinney. The quarterback for tonight is Ian Duffy, transferring in this year to take over for Moody, which had 2 wonderful years there at Nitro. The slot receiver is number 1, Luke Schaefer. The other slot, Takeo Porter, he'll be in the slot. Also wide receiver is Jayla Burdett over on the outside, and Malachi Thompson, the other wide receiver. And Tyler Mills will be the lone back for tonight. For the defense, they will be facing for the St. Albans Red Dragons, the rush in, Michael Rossi. The nose tackle, Marcus Tunstall. Defensive tackle, Blake Bowen. The defensive tackle, Noah Curry. The linebackers for tonight, Jackson Kimball, Will Martin, and Harley Roy. The corners, Elijah Woods and Keith Carter. The free safety is Chance Campbell. And the strong safety is James Lowe. And that's your starting offense and defense for tonight. And we'll be getting the captains out here just real shortly as soon as the team takes the field. Now, wouldn't you like to see this, Jackson, in soccer? You guys have a nice, for soccer to have a nice little thing to run through, a little tunnel to run through.
I think that'd be real entertaining. It'd be real nice to have, boost morale. It'd look real good, too.
It's the cheerleaders for Nitro High School, as they're going to bring their team on also. And they're over on the McCorkle Avenue side as they come out of their end of the end zone and onto the field. And like I said, the St. Albans Red Dragons led by the new Red Dragon. And kind of a new twist there, Jackson. You guys got the new uniform. Did student council pay for that, or how's that?
No, we did not. We certainly did. We were ready to see it happen, though. I actually, I'm the stingy one in student council, but even I offered to put some promotion out there and help sponsor. It was needed, but it's looking very good. We're looking nice, and we're ready to go out there and do well.
And both teams, I don't see neither team yet getting close to the tunnel here. Everybody's still coming in. As I look out toward the parking lots and McCorkle Avenue, still a large crowd of people trying to enter the stadium here tonight. So definitely going to be a full house here tonight. And, I think I don't want to estimate crowds or anything like that, but, it's probably one of the biggest crowds I think I've seen here at a St. Albans game, probably since really Hurricane a few years ago, or Spring Valley brought big crowds up here to Crawford Field. But tonight, it's definitely going to be a full house here this evening. What's your guys' theme for the student body today here, Jackson?
Our theme is wildcat hunting. We are out here looking for them wildcats, and we're going to hopefully get some. Now, I'm going to draw some attention to the cheerleaders. Our SA Red Dragon girls and the Nitro Wildcat girls both have signs that they are pointing at each other, and it looks kind of sassy, I'll be honest with you, Mark.
So we don't have I know last week we featured the cheerleader cam, but with the chance of thunderstorms in the area, we don't want to risk that camera getting damaged or anything with the high winds or anything that may come about. Now, I will say that if the storms do come up and we do have a lightning delay, we'll bring you back for a little bit, but we'll try to get you some action or something to talk about. I don't know if we got enough information that we can talk for hours or however long we'll be out for a lightning delay. But as far as the game-wise, the captains now are starting to make their way out to the field to meet with the officials before the teams enter the field here. And as we look over there for Nitro, trying to see some numbers. I was mentioning it last week that this twilight that you're in at the beginning of that 7 o'clock hour is the hardest time to see on this field through this glass. And then as the night gets darker, it seems like it makes it more visible to see.
I'll tell you something funny, Mark. Whenever we bring out freshmen for summer practices in soccer, we have the press box, and whenever that sun's shining, it'll throw a direct beam of sunlight on the other side of the field, and we like to throw people in there whenever we throw a ball or something, and they'll see it. Oh, it blinds you, Mark. They did that to me my first year here. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's a vicious cycle there as we try to see every week, when the captains come out. And I don't know if it's the red contrast of the uniforms with St. Albans that make it difficult, but it does. Looks like trying to locate my St. Albans roster here. Number 9, Reese Lilly, is out there for St. Albans. Number 8 is Muhammad. Number 2, Lowe. And number 72, Lucas Warner, are your captains for St. Albans. And for Nitro, Wyatt Sowards, Xavier Patterson, Ian Duffy, and trying to look and see who that last one is there. There's a 4th one over there, and I can't seem to get a number. And now we're playing Phil Collins in the Air tonight, and that's when the St. Albans team marches toward their entry. And the last person that we see here is Cohen Reed, is the last captain there for the Nitro Wildcats. Now entering the field is the Nitro Wildcats. They're being escorted onto the field by their cheerleaders, and their flags says Cats. We could go cat hunting, huh, Jackson?
Yes, Wildcat.
We know where they're at now.
We do.
As they probably run right through the middle of the referees as they try to gather up the captains here. Yes. Probably delay things there just a tad. Now for the St. Albans Red Dragons. Coach Stott's giving his last word of advice and firing them up there as they get ready to enter the field here this evening. And like I said, the Phil Collins song that they've played the last few years here at St. Albans as the team enters the field.
In tonight's game, I'm looking forward to some matchups that we're going to have.
Well, Jackson, I'm going to probably cut you loose. I appreciate you sticking around here for the beginning of the pregame for me and getting it started. Any last words for you here?
I'll say this. Our St. Albans Red Dragon football, they're ready to go out there. They're ready to put their best foot forward. They're gonna try their hardest, and I believe in them. And no matter what, it's going to be a good game. That's Jackson Thompson signing off. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Jackson. And remember, Jackson's podcast is Spotlight on St. Albans High School. And once you hear it, you'll be addicted to it. It's the first one out today, and that was with the new principal at St. Albans High School. So here comes the team out on the field. We're going to take our final break of the pregame, and when we come back, we'll be setting you up for the first half. You're watching live streaming coverage on video production, and you're listening live on WWSA Retro 96.9. What's he doing?
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, a Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Back live at Crawford Field as we get ready to begin this 89th edition of the Battle of the Bridge. The St. Albans Red Dragons to kick the ball off to the Nitro Wildcats. And back for the Nitro Wildcats, looks like number 8.
He kicks it off. It hits on about the 20. Picked up by Porter. Porter comes left.
Porter up with the football. Good coverage this time by the St. Albans Red Dragons as they come down, and that's Muhammad in there first to make the tackle. So we'll set this up. As we mentioned, the offense that the Nitro Wildcats did last week as they come out of the huddle, and they'll spread it. We didn't see this last week. Last week it was pretty much all running. And Ian Duffy, the quarterback. Number 1, Tyler Mills back in the backfield. As we mentioned, Thomas, Burdette, Porter, and Schaefer all split out. And we got a little 2-on-2 balance. A little delay in the game here. Let's see what's going on here. I don't see any reason for the delay. But anyway, we're underway here at Crawford Field as the opening kickoff is taken by the Nitro Wildcats.
Duffy in the shotgun. Twins left, twins right. Ball snap back.
Duffy looks up across the middle, and he's got a wide open receiver there. That's number 5, Burdette. And he catches the ball for a first down, or close to it, out to the 35-yard line. A good 10-yard reception there on the first play of the game. St. Albans coming out into a 4-3 defense. Duffy looks, no pressure, throws it across the middle, and wide open is Malachi Thompson, and he is up to the 50. That's a gain of 15 yards for Thompson. And again, he just coming across to an open place onto the field there and set down, and Duffy delivered a strike for a 15-yard gain. And that's the second first down of the game for the Nitro Wildcats. So the ball is setting right on the 50-yard line. Duffy plays up, throws it up, and another play. Let's see if they're going to call this inbounds. Nope, it's going to be an incomplete pass. And the Luke Schaefer there had the ball, but he couldn't get these feet down, so it'll go as incomplete pass. Pass there. So that'll bring up a second down for the Nitro Wildcats.
That was intended for Luke Schaefer, and I thought he got a foot down. All right, second down, 10 from midfield.
Wildcats still set up at the 50-yard line.
They're going to go twins right.
Porter goes in motion.
Thompson at the bottom.
And now we got two guys at top, two guys at the bottom here. Now here comes Porter. He's going to take that little toss pass over to the 50. And he's still on his feet as he gets up to the about the 42, 46-yard line there. Little 4-yard gain. And we'll call that a little shovel pass. So that'll give the third completion. So Duffy starting out the game 3 for 4 on this opening drive. A little different than last week. Last week we saw Shady Springs just line it up and shove it down St. Albans' gut there. This week, everything so far has been all pass. Duffy drops back again. He pulls up into the pocket. He's going to release it, and it looks like this one's going to be well overthrown, and there's nobody in the area for that pass. So that ball will fall incomplete on 3rd and 6. So that'll bring up 4th down and 6. So let's see what Nitro elects to do here. They're over in a good position there. No man's land, a short squib putt or a quick pass here maybe. As we look out along the skyline there, maybe some flashes of distant lightning. So we hope that it stays out there. Duffy this time is going to throw a, nice play there by the St. Albans Red Dragons as they tried to sneak in a real quick pass, and number 8 for St. Albans broke in there and knocked the ball away, and that will turn the ball over on downs. I'm going to give credit there to Muhammad as he saw that pass, knocked it loose, and now it's turned over on downs. So St. Albans will get their first possession of the football game. So a nice little drive there by the Nitro Wildcats as they drove the ball all the way down to the 46-yard line, but the possession comes to a stall. So now we turn it back over to the St. Albans offense, and Reese Lilly, the quarterback, taking over. St. Albans now setting up in like a run formation as they got Harley Roy in the backfield, and now a hard count here or something as a lot of people jump. We may have a legal procedure as the two officials come together to consult on what they're saying. And we got a false start, illegal procedure penalty on the St. Albans Red Dragons, and that'll march them back 5 yards. So instead of 1st and 10, they'll have 1st and 15 on that first snap of the game. This time there's 3 wide receivers all the way to the top side and 1 down here at the near side. Reese, the quarterback, he's going to take another flag, and let's see what this penalty. I think they're going to get Nitro on this, so we'll get the 5 yards back. So we'll go from 1st and 10 to 1st and 15 to now 1st and 10 once again as a 5-yard penalty of offsides encroachment there on the Nitro Wildcats. So
1st and 10.
2 plays for St. Albans and 2 penalties. So St. Albans shuffling players in. Bossy comes in to the offense here, is playing an H-back. He's got 2 wide receivers. Closest to the near side, one to the far side. He's going to give it to Harley Roy, and he is met at the line of scrimmage there, and he is probably going to lose about 2 yards there. And number 10, that's Smith for Nitro, making the tackle behind the line of scrimmage for the St. Albans Red Dragons.
Actually, the loss of 3 scoreboards wrong. So 2nd and 13.
So it's 2nd and 13 as the Reese Lilly looks in. He gets pressure there by Smith. Steps away, throws down the field, and he had a guy. I think he's going to be pass interference here.
He threw the flag.
Number 6.
Pass interference.
Atkins that time was trying to pull away from the defender. The defender grabbed a hold of him, his jersey, and we got a flag on the play there, and that'll be a 15-yard automatic first down, I do believe, for the St. Albans Red Dragons.
Down on this end, no call. And there's nothing down there. And
see where they mark the football. Looks like it's going to be
St. Albans 42 yards.
At the 42-yard line on the Nitro side of the field. Well, this time we still got 2 wide receivers down here, and it's going to be one of those quick pass out to one of those wide receivers, and that's Campbell. Campbell hit again behind the line of scrimmage, so Campbell will lose 2 yards on that.
Right away by Dawson Hill. They gave him 2 yards. No, now they mark it right. Okay.
So a 2-yard loss there by Campbell. He stepped back 2 yards and hit immediately by the Nitro defense. This time Lilly has one running back, and he's going to run a little screen pass to Roy. Roy breaks a tackle, pushes forward. He'll gain about 3-4 yards on that. Gets back the initial 2 yards lost. So see where they spot the football here. It looks like it's right on the 2 yards that they lost, maybe. So it's going to be bring up like 3rd and 10.
They had the right play call for that defense. But the Nitro pursuit.
So the offense this time is all tight and compact in here in a run formation here as Lilly's going to take it, and he's going to be hit. He releases the football. Oh, nearly caught and dropped. 2 wide receivers in the area there for St. Albans, as probably neither one of them knew who was the ball was going to, I think there. You had number 12, Murphy, and number 10, Campbell, in that area, and the ball goes off the fingertips of number 12, Reed Murphy, and goes incomplete. So it brings up 4th down and about 10 yards to make here. And as St. Albans sets up, let's see if they run that little pooch kick. We saw that a couple times last week. They line up in a formation like they're going to run a play, and then Lilly runs that little pooch kick there. Let's see what he does. And, yep, and there it is, that little pooch kick. And the ball's kicked down, and it's going to die. I think St. Albans going to get a good roll on this, as that ball is going to roll inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. So good job by Reese Lilly as he pooched it down to the 4-yard line. So for the second possession for the Nitro Wildcats is coming out. Now we have a running into the kicker, and I think they'll probably decline that. It was 4th and 10. Set up the defense here in a good position. So turnover on downs, and I'm seeing a lot of lightning now. Let's see what the official says here.
Looks like we're going to have lightning delay, folks.
So the referees are looking at each other, and I think both teams will be headed off the field. As we talked about this in the pregame, that we could see a lightning delay possibility with that weather.
Got a few choice words for a couple of those guys.
And so the coach is coming out to meet with the officials. And both teams now are headed to the locker room, and there is no estimate on when we can come back and play. If anybody's been familiar with anything in high school sports, it's usually at least 30 minutes, 40 minutes from that last lightning delay, because they'll let the players come out and warm up a little bit. So we'll wait and see where this goes, but we'll take a commercial break. We'll come back and set you up, and then we'll see what we can do for you as everybody's in the game already here. Anyway, you're watching live streaming coverage on video production and listening live on WWSA Retro 96.9.
What our esteemed program director wants us to do. I figure we'll go back to Western Warren.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, a Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Why choose Thornhill Auto Group?
It starts with selection.
10 quality brands.
All from a name you've trusted for years.
Plus, a great selection of pre-owned.
And don't forget, practically every vehicle we sell comes with Thornhill's Value Plus warranty.
It's coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy
at Thornhill Auto Group.
So you're ready to get started on that home remodel? Then America's #1 exterior remodeler is here to help. For over 19 years, Window World of Beckley has helped homeowners in our area take care of their greatest investment. We make it easy to remodel your home with special financing options and convenient monthly payments. Because we are locally owned and operated, you can expect the best in customer service. We're excited to see what you have in mind. We look forward to helping you create the home of your dreams.
I know that you've heard the name Shuckers. Shuckers has been at 70 Old Main Street, St. Albans for more than a decade. Really, serving up such great food like Shucker shrooms, jerk shrimp, juicy steaks, seafood, wings, stuffed shells, scallops, thin crust pizzas. There's something here for every taste bud in your house. Come hang out in the cozy bar area or bring your crew in and stretch out in the dining room for a memorable evening. Shuckers is more than seafood, it's your food. Open Tuesday through Saturday. We'll see you at Shuckers.
Currently, some lightning out in the distance there. No rain here, as the crowd was a full house here tonight. It looks like Nitro fans, though, are just content to sit in their stands. The St. Albans fans pretty much have all cleared out. I don't know if they're headed to the concession stand or where they're headed. We got 7:46 to go here in the first quarter. Both teams had one possession. Nitro had 2 first downs. They had 25 yards there of offense and moved the ball across the 50, and then it stalled, and they turned the ball over on downs at the 46-yard line. St. Albans came back, and kind of a penalty thing. There wasn't much yards gained, but St. Albans was able to get a pass interference call that moved the ball back over the 50-yard line where their drive stalled. Reese Lilly with a little punt, and he was run into, and that's where the action ended, where they were going to place the football there. I do believe that St. Albans maybe declined that because it's only a 5-yard penalty and they had 10 yards for the game. So we don't know, because the referees jumped in there and blew the teams off the field as soon as they saw the lightning. So we'll probably have to wait till we get back to see where that ball is going to be spotted. If Nitro's on offense when we come back, the ball will be sitting at the 4, and if it was a personal foul call, that'll be a 15-yard penalty, and St. Albans will have the football in that situation. So we'll have to wait and see. They're telling us that it is a 30-minute lightning delay right now, and then every time we see a flash of lightning, that we'll tack on another 30 minutes. So we're about 4 minutes into this lightning delay, and I haven't seen any more lightning. So the referees are out on the field. I guess that's where they're monitored, unless heavy rain or any type of rain. For listeners on the the Retro 96.9, we are going to cut away. So the the team there, program director, if you can set them up on some more music, and we'll try to get you guys back with us as soon as we get back on the field and playing some football. For us, I guess we'll just step aside and we'll give you updates about every 30 minutes, I guess, or 20 minutes, and see where we're at as far as playing time and getting this game back. I remember back to the first game last year, that George Washington game. Delays ended up being close to, an hour and a half, 2 hours in that game. So hopefully we won't be in that situation. Hopefully this front will move on through rather quickly and we can get back to football. So again, the listeners on Retro 96.9, you guys will go back to your programming. And for here, if you're watching on the rest of our network, we will just keep you updated once again. So thanks again. We're on video production, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes to update you. sitting here at Crawford Field, everybody's kind of vacated the stadium. There's a few people standing around over on the far sides, close to the bleachers. But neither team has made its way back onto the field yet. The officials are gone. A lot of administrators down on the field surfaces. I don't know if they're discussing times, or we haven't been any update from the press box or anything on time that we will start up again. The sky looks rather stormy out there. We still haven't seen any rain. The lightning we saw was located, looks like further away, but as far as right now, no official word on when we will restart this game back up. Again, the score 0-0. Both teams with one possession here in the first quarter, was 7:46 to go here in the first quarter. So we'll take you back to nothing. Sorry about that. Our weather delay continues here at Crawford Field, so stay with us. Don't leave. We got a great football game. I can see it. The first two possessions of the game, highly contested, and both teams coming to play this evening. So don't leave us. Stick right there, and we'll be back as soon as we get some word and hopefully get this thing started rather quickly. So your streaming live coverage is on video production, and you're listening live on WWSA 96.9. got some good news coming in. Both teams out on the field loosening up again. And they're telling us 8:25 will resume action here. So apparently there was no more lightning strikes anywhere in the area. So we hopefully will not have any more. We can get through the evening and get this football game in. So 8:48 is set on the clock for resuming this football game. And when we come back, it'll be around 7 minutes on the clock of the first quarter. Again, both teams have had one possession. Neither team has put any points on the board. Also want to tell you that if you're listening to WWSA, they're also on the internet now. You can stream live on www.saradio.com. So you might want to check that out if you're streaming on us and lose us or something, and you need to listen to it on radio or however, just something, just another tool to listen to live coverage here on video production as they simulcast from us. Fans are starting to make their way back to the bleachers. So hopefully no one left. Everybody just went to their cars for a minute. Now coming back, and we can have another full house. It was really energetic in here as the game started. So hopefully they can bring back same intensity on both sides of the field there. So we're going to take we'll give it about a 5-minute break here, and that'll put us down to about the 2-minute mark, and then we'll come back and hopefully we'll get this game resumed. Again, it's 7:33, and we'll be back in 5 minutes, and we'll get you some football. Again, it's streaming live on video production, listening live on WWSA Retro 96.9. All right, welcome back to Crawford Field. We have been in a weather delay here for about 25, 30 minutes as the lightning struck in the background, and we'll catch you up. I'm looking, it's going to be Nitro football where the referees are standing. Right before the lightning delay, there was a running into the kicker, and it's normally just a 5-yard penalty, so I think St. Albans declined that because Lily's punt rolled all the way in to the 4-yard line, and that's where the chain crew is right now. And now the referee is out on the field setting the clock or setting the ball at the 4. So that's where we're going to be. We're going to be 1st and 10 for Nitro, and they'll be coming out. If you're familiar again from the Crawford Field, they're the Route 60 side. They'll be coming out of that end zone and headed toward the river side of the football field. So it looks like everybody, all the players are ready, and the fans all returned. I'm so happy to see that because, like I said, we had a huge crowd to start this football game, and that weather delay kind of emptied things out. But looks like everybody's made it back in, and looks like there's still a group of people coming across Route 60, running across to getting ready to enter the field. And so hopefully no one lost any edge of the game because it was really nice 2 first possessions for both teams, really. Well played by both offense and defensively, even though there wasn't any points scored. As we resume this first quarter, we have 7:46 left here in the first quarter, and we'll go from there. And like I said, Nitro will have the football first, and Duffy, the quarterback.
We wondered about that. We got information that he didn't.
And right now we got the whistle ready to start this game. So thanks for joining us here on WWSE, also video production. And the first, after the rain delay, here comes the big gainer. A little quick hitter by Nitro was taken there by the running back, Mills. And he brings it from the 4-yard line, and he brings it all the way to the 38-yard line there. So big gain there by Mills as he brings the ball out of the from the 4. And now we got I guess maybe waiting for the chain crew to get it. So we're looking nice 32-yard jaunt there by Mills, kind of maybe crossed up St. Albans a little bit because the first possession it was all pass, and then they come out with that little quick hitter, and it opened up a big hole as we started there. So now we got that little shovel pass that we saw earlier, and this is Schaefer, and Schaefer's going to be hit and dropped down, and now we got probably a late hit there. And Schaefer was hit probably good 5 yards out of bounds there. St. Albans defender there came up and make the stick, but I think that that loss is going to be a positive here. I think this is probably going to be a 15-yard late hit call on the part of St. Albans. So that'll give them a first down. So they had about a 5-yard loss there. It's going to turn into a 15-yard gain from the original line of scrimmage there. So that'll put the ball at the 49-yard line, and they cross midfield for the second time this evening for the Nitro Wildcats. So we got two receivers at the top, one at the bottom. Got a halfback in there, and also got the tailback, Mills. This time. And that Porter, the wide receiver there, coming back to the backfield, picks up about 2 yards on that.
Led by 69 Blake Bowen.
So it'll be second down and 8.
Oh, yeah.
As we set up the offense, this time 4 wide receivers, 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. As Duffy's pass is out to Schaefer. Schaefer breaks it, tackles up over the 40 to the 30, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds about the 28-yard line. So that'll be another first down for the Nitro Wildcats.
First down. That was a quick little.
And that pass here.
Luke cut it in, broke the tackle, and down the sideline he went.
So that'll be a first down and 10. Nice job there by the offense there by Nitro as they hit that quick pass. And Schaefer knew what to do with it as he turned it up. This time Porter's got it. Porter's going to carry the ball for 11-yard gain. Now Nitro is starting to do what Shady Springs did last week, and that was just take the ball and shove it right down that defense, as we saw that a lot last week with Shady Springs. You know, they controlled the whole game with that running game as they had the possession time and brought it down. So let's see if they got something out of last week's game. I'm watching the film here as they got 3 wide receivers this time, and each back and a tailback. This time Duffy's going to throw it across, picked off. Nice job there by St. Albans, and that was picked off there by St. Albans. And Will Martin picks that off. He was sitting right there in the middle of the field. I don't know if Duffy didn't see him or what, but he threw the ball right to him. And the ball was picked off and brought back to the let's see where they're spotting the ball here at the 12-yard line. So St. Albans gets the turnover, and they'll be bringing the ball back out here.
St. Albans will be on offense now. Reese Lilly at quarterback. They'll go trips left. Keep them pinned down in here. They're going trips left.
Let's see, Lily's got it. He's got
shotgun. You're in the pistol.
tailback.
Hands it up to the tailback in the middle,
And nothing there as that defense is just controlling the line of scrimmage right there so far. And that was Roy, and Roy meets it right at the line of scrimmage. So I think we got probably maybe no gain on that.
Schneider, Lusher, Sowards.
There's the whole defense there. Credit there for that stop.
My goodness. We got twins left, single right. Get in the pistol formation with an H-back.
Lily, the quarterback. In motion is the H-back. And that's Bossy. This time across the middle and nothing there. And now let's see if we got any flags. No flags. There's the flag. Number 6 there, Jackson Kimball, got tangled up with a defensive back for Nitro. And it was a late flag. And I think they're going to call it pass interference. Second one tonight called on the Nitro Wildcats. And for second 11, that'll give them automatic first down as they bring that ball all the way out to the, let's see where they spot it here.
I mean, he ran into the Nitro guy. The Nitro guy's backpedaling.
The ball's at the 27-yard line. So it'll be first and 10 with 4:04 here in the first quarter.
He must live over on, he must live over on.
This time Lily gives it to Roy. Roy breaks a tackle there at the line of scrimmage and squirts forward as he brings the ball up over to the 33-yard line there. So it'll be a 6-yard gain for Roy.
Single set left, H-back.
This time Lily gives it to Roy again. Roy gets it, gets nearly tackled. He's going to flip it back to Lily. Bad mistake as Lily is driven all the way back to the 21-yard line. So we had Roy get tackled or hit behind the line of scrimmage, pitched it to Lily, and Lily had nowhere to really go as he just backtracked all the way back to the 21.
They're going to give him forward progress, it looks like, to the 22.
So we're going to have third down and 16. So
I mean, this guy, this back judge here, I mean,
Reese is it third and 18 maybe, so a loss of 14 yards on that
Here we go, trips right,
carry.
single left, shotgun formation.
So he gets, Lily looks, he's under pressure. We got a flag down, and Lily is going to go down for the sack. Let's see what the penalty is here.
Looks like we got a false start, I believe. They killed it.
A couple flags down on the field here. See what they got here. Referees confer with each other. And we got a false start, legal procedure on the offense, which will be declined. So that'll bring up 4th down and 18. So we will see, probably most likely see a punt.
3 yards back to the 20. So St. Albans will go into punt formation.
And the punter is Lilly, the punter. We saw him in the before the weather delay, punt a nice one and died down on the 4-yard line. St. Albans looks like they have too many men on the field as one rushes off.
Here we go now. We're lined up. St. Albans had to get a guy off the field.
And here
Snap.
comes the punt. That was actually looked like Chase Campbell with the punt on that. And so Nitro will take over in great field position. They'll be on the St. Albans 43-yard line as they start their 3rd possession. 2 possessions so far for Nitro. Both of them going into the St. Albans territory. The first one was turned over on the downs, and the second one was a turnover by an interception by Will Martin, the middle linebacker for St. Albans, that picked off the play. So Nitro comes back on offense.
Set up. Twins right. Twins left. Mills is in the backfield beside Duffy.
So Duffy, the quarterback, looks like the 3 wide receivers once again
Cuts it up inside.
gives it to the running back there, and that's Mills. And Mills, a nice little gain of about 7 yards.
Right in behind Deron Parks.
Running just like he's been doing in midget league.
Yep. I mean, Deron, the son.
So Mills carries the ball for 7 yards. That brings up, or actually 6 yards, brings up second down and 4.
If he takes a snap, he gives it to Mills again.
And here comes Mills as he hit at the line of scrimmage, but I think he carries his defender for at least 3 yards, maybe 4. Let's see if they give him the first down here.
He missed his block.
And I think it's going to be a first down. So 4-yard carry by Tylil Mills for Nitro.
But it's 1st and 10 now at the 38-yard line of St. Albans. They go twins to each side.
So Nitro still in that shotgun formation, and Duffy's going to take off with it. Duffy's at the 30 and hit hard as he goes down about the 26-yard line.
They're going to spot him on the 26. Another nice gain. That'll make a 2nd down and 3. That's a nice run by
So about 8-yard carry this time by the quarterback Duffy. We saw him do that last week a few times, as we mentioned, up in Hedgesville, or playing Hedgesville. The game wasn't at Hedgesville.
Porter steps in. Luke Schaefer goes motion left. Now he'll reset. Twins left.
Got 2 wide receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom.
Bringing it in. Porter breaks free to the
Porter
20,
with the
to the
carry,
15,
and Porter
to the
breaks
10,
a few tackles, and he's
inside
still
the
on
5,
his feet as he travels inside the 5-yard line there. So we went from 2nd and 2 to the 5-yard line there.
Nice
Kimball getting up slow for St. Albans.
Then he cut it right back inside where there was nobody there. 1st and goal.
So we're going to give it 1st and goal for the Nitro Wildcats as they go 1st and 5 here.
And yep, they got it off before the end of the quarter. It's Porter. No, now they're
And now
saying
we
it
got
didn't.
play clock, or the quarter comes to an end. Let's see where they're
They say they
marking the
didn't get
ball.
snap off before the end of the quarter. So at the end of the 1st quarter, we've played 12 minutes. The score is Nitro 0, St. Albans 0, but Nitro's knocking on the door.
Let's see if there was a flag down on there.
On the jock.
And I think the legal substitution is going to be played out here for St. Albans. So we should probably get half the distance to the goal, and one more play here.
We got to come back. They called a penalty on St. Albans.
So they'll have a free play here as the clock reads 0, and the penalty on St. Albans makes it half the distance to the goal. So we're looking about first and a little less than 3 yards.
We're first down to 3. We're sorry about that, folks. We got a penalty on the defense and a quarter on a penalty on the defense.
This time the running back is Porter. As he gets the ball, swings outside. He carries his man and into the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown.
3-yard run.
And puts the Nitro Wildcats on top by a score of 6-0. I was getting ready to say before the penalty, we're almost like last year's game, 0-0 at the end of the first quarter. But with the penalty, gave Nitro one more chance to put the ball in the end zone.
He really got going last week.
And so now we got the extra point.
They're lined up. Ball snap down.
Snap is down, and it's going to be blocked by St. Albans, and he jumps on the ball. And looks like Harley Roy getting into the backfield. And now the referees are talking to each other. Let's see what's going on here now. I see a flag down next to the end line of the end zone there. Let's see, maybe Roy was offsides or something here. Personal foul on St. Albans. So we'll redo this. So the blocked extra point will be a redo. So Connor Strickland here for the extra point. The kick is up, and it's through. So after all those penalties, Nitro has the lead by a score of 7-0, and that is the end of our first quarter. So we'll take a break. You're watching and streaming live coverage on video production and listening live on WWSA Retro 96.9.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
And back live at Crawford Field. We've played 12 minutes of football here, and it's the Battle of the Bridge. And right now, Nitro scoring right at the end of the quarter. It is 7-0 in favor of the Nitro Wildcats. Strickland will kick off, and this one is going to be picked up by St. Albans up over the 30. Breaks a tackle, and he's going to go down right there. So St. Albans goes back on offense there as number 2, James Lowe, takes the ball out to the 30. Got a little bit of a break there, but wasn't able to break loose. He kind of shipped through there, but otherwise we are back on offense for St. Albans. Let's see if St. Albans can maybe get that running game cranked up. I think the best way to do it tonight is maybe slow down this offense for Nitro is to control the line of scrimmage here. Let's see what Coach Stotts has in mind as he has 2 wide receivers at the top. Got 1 at the bottom, and then he's got Roy, and now a little hard count, and that draws a player for Nitro over the line of scrimmage, and looks like it's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
You went the wrong way, dude. Pay attention, man.
Now they're marking it back on St. Albans here. So I was thinking it was St. Albans was going to get the benefit of the penalty, but now it's going to be a 5-yard penalty against St. Albans. So now they're going backwards behind the chains. It's going to be 1st and 15, and the penalty bug is starting to get at St. Albans here this evening. It's been quite a few penalties so far here in the game. This time Reese Lilly in that shotgun with Roy behind him with an H-back, 2 wide receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. Lilly's going to take off running, and he has nothing at all as that defense just swallowed him up there. And I think he's going to lose another 3 yards. Reese Lilly not having a good night as far as the running game. As he's lost 14, 3 and 3 so far this evening in the running game. So it's 2nd down and 18. And we've seen this in the last possession as St. Albans playing behind the chains here. So 2 wide receivers go out to the top. Now make it 3. And then we got the 1 at the bottom. Lone running back is Roy. And we got people jumping again, and I think it's going to be a false start again on St. Albans as number 1 for St. Albans. Carter takes off before the ball is snapped there. So now we got 2nd down and 23, and St. Albans is going the wrong way right now. So we get to the point here where Nitro can just pin their ears back now and come after Lilly. Let's see what Reese dials up here. 3 wide receivers at the top, and another penalty, another motion penalty on James Lowe, St. Albans. He's going to push him back even further here. And now Coach Stott's calling timeout, wants to talk about this, find out, what's going on, guys. So we'll take a break with him. You're watching live streaming coverage on video production, and you're listening live on WWSA 96.9.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, a Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
And we're back live at Crawford Field. Right now it's all Nitro since the weather delay. It's a 7-0 score here as St. Albans is trying to march out of their own end zone here as the ball is spotted at the 12-yard line. And we got 2nd down and 28 for St. Albans as we've had 3 consecutive penalties to push this ball back to 28 to make it 2nd down and 28. Reese Lilly, the quarterback, takes the snap as he looks across the middle and just misfires there as he tried to hit number 5, Wood, and just threw it behind him. And so that'll bring up 3rd down and 28. So look for Nitro to probably pick up the intensity here and bring everybody here.
We're in here. We're looking at 3rd down and 28. Jamie's Country Mile is now.
So here we go with Reese Lilly. He's got 2 wide receivers at the top, 2 at the bottom. And the single receiver is Roy, running back is Roy. This time Lilly takes the snap. The rush is on. The rush is coming from behind as he rolls back into the end zone, escapes the pressure, looks up the field, and the ball's nearly picked off, and the ball's still rolling around. Good job by Reese Lilly to get away from the pressure as he rolled all the way back to the other side of the field. Had a couple guys out there, he just threw it short, and the ball was nearly picked off by Nitro. And I believe that was number 2, Taylor, nearly picked that ball off for Nitro. So now Chase Campbell back again to punt this one away. It's 4th down and 28, and this will probably guarantee that Nitro good field position once again, going by that last punt that Chase put up there. So let's see what goes here, and now we got another penalty marker. Decent punt there, but I think this one here is going to be blown dead here. Let's see what the penalty is. The ball was thrown before the ball was even snapped, I do believe, so I'm sure it's another procedure penalty. And let's see what the official rolls up here. still looking. Yep, another procedure penalty on St. Albans, but Nitro will decline it, and they will take the ball right at their 50-yard line for another good position to have the football to start this possession.
Duffy brings his troops out. Porter's in the backfield. He'll go twins left.
So
Malachi Thompson split right, wide right. H-back's in play.
Everybody bunched up in the middle. We got an H-back, got a tailback, got 3 wide receivers, but everybody's kind of close to the line of scrimmage here. Not that wide spread that we normally see. And the ball's given to the Porter up over the 40, and I think he's going all the way here. We got a penalty marker down, and I think this one might be called back. But it's a nice 50-yard run. Let's see what the officials say. We may have a block in the back down around the 30-yard line. A game so far tonight has been filled with flags. St. Albans is pointing toward Nitro. Let's see what the official says here.
No, they're going to call holding.
And then we got a holding on Nitro, and that will negate the touchdown run by Porter. That was a 50-yard gallop there. And now that'll bounce that ball back to the 43-yard line. So only a 7-yard gain by Porter. Then after the penalty.
Come on, dude. I think he thinks he gets paid by the flag. I don't know.
All right, so let's set the ball up 1st and 10.
That's right, single left. Order in the backfield.
And Duffy has it. Duffy drops back. Not much pressure. And now it comes up the middle of the field. And Duffy's just going to throw this away. Duffy had time. Good defense that time by the defensive backs and the linebackers to hold their receivers to where they weren't open. And it finally got enough there that the pressure by the interior line of St. Albans to actually penetrate there a little bit. And the pressure there came by Blake Bowen, number 69 from St. Albans. So 2nd down and 3.
Line up now, they'll go twins right. Twins right, they'll go single
After that,
H-back in the game.
2 wide receivers at the top. We got an H-back and the tailback. Duffy's quick pass out to Malachi Thompson, and Malachi up over the 40 down to the 35, and he gets close to the 33-yard line. Nice job by Malachi to come back, get the pass, and then turn it back upfield. And that will be a 1st down reception by Malachi. 1st and 10, 9-12 here in the 2nd quarter. Nitro holding that 7-0 lead. Pressure on this time, but Duffy's going to unload and nobody there. Well, he came out of nowhere. His number 5, Burnett, wasn't there. I thought that St. Albans had a better shot at it, and then all of a sudden he comes flying into the picture there, and the ball goes incomplete. So Duffy's pass incomplete.
That's just trying to take the top off the defense.
So Nitro now it's 2nd and 10.
9:03 to go before half. Still 7-0.
This time 2 wide receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom. The H-back. Duffy's going to run that quick pass again out to Schaefer. Schaefer breaks a tackle, goes up for about 9 yards.
Looks like he picked up 9. It will be 3rd down and 1.
So that brings up a 3rd and short for Nitro. And now we got another flag. So they might get a...
Looks like we got something after the play.
It was after the play. The play was blown dead.
Now we got to see what they're going to
So we'll see what this penalty is going to be called on here. Let's see which direction they're going.
Looks like they're going to go.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against St. Albans, so that'll be a 15-yard penalty. So an automatic first down, and that pushes the ball closer to the end zone as they bring it down and spot the ball about the 13-yard line. So still can get a first down at the 3 as Nitro comes out.
Nitro will come out now, 1st and 10 on the 13. Twins right. Single.
As they look right into the end zone again, once again against St. Albans here. Seems like after the weather delay, St. Albans is not playing like they did on that first possession of the game. Duffy's going to kick a quick hitter over to Malachi. And Malachi's pushed out of bounds there about the 7, possibly. So about a 6-yard gain there for Malachi Thompson. Again, I mentioned it at the outset that Malachi will be attending West Virginia University next year. So they're giving him a 9-yard pickup on that. So it'll be 2nd down and 1.
So here we go now. Twins right, single left. Order in the backfield.
8:16 to go here in the first half. Run a little late. We had a little weather delay. This time it's given to Porter, and Porter's just parted the sea there as he carries the ball in from the about the 4-yard line there and carries the ball straight into the end zone for a 4-yard touchdown, and that's his 2nd touchdown of the evening. And that increases the lead to 13-0 in favor of the Nitro Wildcats. Nosing out along the ridgeway. Looks like the skies are starting to lighting up again. We hopefully won't have any more weather delays. Strickland will kick the extra point for Nitro and try to increase this lead to 14-0. Ball's up and kick through is good. So Nitro extends that lead to 14-0. We have 8:13 to go here in the first half of play. And you're watching live streaming coverage on video production, and you're listening live on WWSA Retro 96.9.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
And back at Crawford Field, Nitro, after the weather delay, has punched 2 scores in and lead this game by a score of 14-0. We have 8:13 to go here in the first half. And they will be kicking off. It'll be Strickland this time kicking off to number 21 back, Will Martin, and number 2 there, James Lowe, I think, or number 4, I'm sorry, Maxwell. And this ball is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Very impressive for a high school kid to be able to kick the ball for a touchback. Probably a soccer player. We'll give him that, but a very impressive kick as the ball carries into the end zone. So that'll give St. Albans the football at the 20-yard line, and it'll be 1st down and 10 from there. Would not like to be the head referee in this game, noticing all the flashes in the background here on when to call this another weather delay or not to call it another weather delay. I think the first one was pretty obvious. It was a bolt of lightning, but this is just flashes of lightning. But we're still playing. 8:13 here in the first half. Player running off the field for St. Albans, and now we got a timeout, I think, taken by St. Albans. That'll be their 2nd timeout, and we'll take a 30-second timeout. You're streaming live coverage on video production and listening live on 96.9 WWSA.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Back live at Crawford Field as we're right back into action here. It's St. Albans football at their own 20-yard line. It's Lilly drops back, gets flushed out of the pocket, and he has nowhere to go. He's going to lose even more yards here as the whistle blows, and the play is blown dead. Looks like about a 3-4 yard loss again for Reese Lilly as St. Albans continues to move backwards instead of forwards here. Placing that ball probably about the 17-yard line here. St. Albans pulls it in tight this time. They got everybody in on the line of scrimmage. Got 3 guys, wide receiver-wise, right on the line of scrimmage. This thing is giving it to Roy, and Roy goes nowhere. He's met at the line of scrimmage and knocked down there for a no gain on the play. St. Albans kind of sold that one out as they put all 3 wide receivers in on the line of scrimmage on that side of the football there and tried to run behind them, but Nitro just muscled through there and made the tackle. You look at the defensive line for the Wildcats. They're a nice bunch of guys out there. I mean, you can tell they've been in the weight room. Lilly this time with the 3 wide receivers at the top, 1 at the bottom, and their 1 tailback is Roy. Takes it, the snap, and nowhere to go as he's just going to be crushed and twisted around, and whew, took a hard one that time as the defense just dominated that offense there. Number 7, Xavier Patterson, in there and make the tackle on Reese Lilly. Reese Lilly lost his helmet there, so he's coming off the field at 3rd and 15. Let's see what they do here. We got a penalty on the play. And I think this one's going to go against St. Albans also, as Lilly's on the sidelines because he lost his helmet. So that brings up 4th down and 27. So Chase Campbell back in there to punt it out of his own end zone. Had a nice punt that last time. Punted it about 50 yards. This time takes a high snap. He does get it off, and he gets another nice punt out of there. No one back for Nitro. And big mistake because that ball is going to roll. That ball hit about the 47-yard line, and it took a nice bounce all the way back to the 26-yard line. Heck of a punt there by Chase Campbell. And we've talking about the kicking game for Nitro, but that was really nice there as Nitro didn't put anybody back. I don't understand that concept like that St. Albans would think about going for it on 4th and 28 out of their own end zone, but coach made a choice there, I guess, to not put anybody back, and but Nitro still has the football as they bring it back all the way back, like I said, to the 26-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from there with 6:05 here in the first half.
Here at Crawford Field in the 89th Battle of the Bridge. Nitro's twins right, twins left.
Pretty much the same formation all night here for the Nitro Wildcats with 4 wide receivers and 1 back. This time a little shifty pass in there and a nice little gain there as Burdette caught the ball. He just came off the line of scrimmage and ran a slant pattern. Duffy hits him with it, and he brings it all the way out to the 42-yard line. So about a 20-yard catch and run there by the Nitro Wildcats. So now we got Mills back in the backfield with Duffy.
Duffy in the shotgun.
As Duffy takes the snap, and he's going to make the the roll over to the right, and he finds his wide receiver camping out right there, but I don't think he held on. I think it's going to be an incomplete pass there. Schaefer tried to come back for it. Had to go down to the ground to try to make that catch and wasn't able to bring it in. So it'll be an incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Nitro Wildcats.
That'll be for our new station. Shameless plug.
So the play called in from the sidelines.
Here we go now. The ball's on the 40. 2nd down, 10.
Same formation, 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top. We got Mills, the running back. This time again, he rolls out to the right. He's going to toss this one up, and he's going to toss it out of bounds. 2 times in a row that they ran that same play where the quarterback just kind of rolled to the right and looking to the sideline for the pass. You know, the first 2 plays that they ran was real crossing patterns there that was open, and now they're headed to the sidelines. I guess just to mix things up a little bit. But I think the degree of difficulty compared to the first 2 passes. So now we got 3rd and 10, and the ball spotted right there about the 40-yard line on the Nitro side of the field. Same formation this time. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. 2 at the bottom stacked up. This time it's going to give it to Mills. Mills up over the 45, and he's going to be brought down short of the 1st down there. He's going to pick up about 6 yards on that carry. That brings the ball up over the 46-yard line, and that'll leave 4th down and 4 for the Wildcats. The opening possession, the Wildcats in the same area turned the ball over on downs on a short 4th down play on an incomplete pass. They run Porter into the backfield, take out Mills. This time Duffy gives a snap to Porter, and Porter's going to carry it for the 1st down as he carries it up over the 50 down to the 47-yard line. So about a 10-yard carry by Porter gives Nitro another 1st down, and they march into St. Albans territory once again. This is the 3rd trip into St. Albans territory since the weather delay. 4:23 here in the 1st half. Duffy in the shotgun. He gets time. Now he's going to take off. He's up over the 45. Flags down behind him. He's down at the 40, 35, 30. And he's on, goes down about the 20. Tried to make a little side step into the boundary there and slid down at the 20. But we have a flag down behind him. So most likely in that territory, it's a holding. We'll see what the official says here. And it is a holding call against Nitro, and that'll march the ball back. Twice tonight we've seen Nitro have that big holding. We saw a 50-yard touchdown run by them earlier on the last possession, called back because of the holding penalty, and now this time, once again, it's another penalty that brings the ball all the way back. That's a big loss as they're bringing the ball all the way back to the 43-yard line. So St. Albans benefits from the penalty there as 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Nitro got the opening kickoff, so St. Albans will get the 2nd half kick. And now we got the play clock running out, and Nitro is calling the timeout as the play clock was down to 2 seconds. So we'll take this timeout with him. You're watching live streaming coverage on video production and listening live on WWSA Retro 96.9.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
At Thornhill Auto Group, you always get more.
More selection, more brands.
Plus more of the people you know and trust.
With coverage you can count on.
Come experience a better way to buy at Thornhill Auto Group.
Back live as we're a little bit behind, so if you're tuning in, we're still in the 1st half here at Crawford Field. We had about a 35-40 minute lightning delay in the 1st quarter after both teams had one possession. Right now it's 1st and 18 for Nitro. And here they go. They drop back with Duffy. Duffy's pass out to the 50. and it's to Malachi Thompson, and he carries the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. So it makes a big play of 2nd and 18 or 1st and 18, brings it all the way down to about a 2nd down and 3. So a 15-yard gain there by Malachi Thompson on the pass reception from Duffy. So it's 2nd and 3, 3:14. So we'll got a timeout. Didn't see who called the timeout there, so we'll keep it right here for now. Reminder, at halftime, we'll try to check in with the bands a little bit, and now players are lightning, I guess they're saying. I didn't expect that with 3:14. Like I said, I wouldn't want to be the head referee tonight. Just like I said, that flashing of lightning all around us here. Just wondering what the protocol was on the when you call it there. And I do believe this ball is going to be a 2nd down and 3. The ball is on the 40-yard line of St. Albans, and both teams are headed to the locker room again. And the same thing applies. We'll be in a 30-minute lightning delay, and as long as the lightning continues, they keep pushing that out. So as far as momentum going in, kind of takes it away in a way. You lose that momentum, and the wind is blowing through our press box here and blowing everything away here. So thank you. And so we are going to take this break with them, and like I said, we'll give you an update probably in about 15 minutes or so. So listeners for WWSA, I guess you'll go back to regular programming, and for the rest of us, just sit tight, and we'll be right back as soon as we can. So you're watching live streaming coverage on video production and listening live on WWSA Retro 96.9. Back to Crawford Field, you can look at the camera to tell that we're in the middle of a downpour, and the game has been suspended, and it's going to resume tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. So sorry about it. There's nothing really you can do about Mother Nature, I guess, as the game tonight is suspended and will be resumed tomorrow, Saturday at 11 a.m. So that's the best we can give you. Other than the score right now is 14-0 in favor of Nitro, and never seen a game in football suspended till the next day, but that's the way we're going to roll on this one. Thanks to everyone for checking in with us tonight, and we will take it tomorrow. We'll be back at that 11 a.m. time slot and try to finish this this game out for you here at the studio. So we'll keep everything tidy here so we can just jump right back in and start play. And I do believe Nitro will have the football to start the resumption of play and get that finished up tomorrow. So it's the best news we can give you, that the game will be played tomorrow. And again, the score is 14-0. We have 3:14 to go in the first half. So we'll play 3:14, probably do a short halftime tomorrow, and then right back into the second half. I couldn't imagine them taking a long halftime. We'll see if the bands show up and see how many people show up. I don't know exactly how they play this one out. But thanks to everyone. Thanks to Josh, our producer. Thanks to Jackson tonight for joining us for the pregame and bringing us all into the game. Got some good stuff from him. His podcast, you can catch it, Spotlight on St. Albans High School, and you can get his first interview with the principal, the new principal there at St. Albans High School, and we'll have that up and running too real soon, as we played it just before the game here tonight, and may replay that tomorrow before the game, maybe, as we get ready for tomorrow's game. Thanks to St. Albans High School for giving us the facilities here tonight at Crawford Field, and for that, we'll be out. We'll be back here tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. and we'll be on a little bit probably before 11 a.m. and probably about 10 minutes till, and get you right back into the action. Again, when it resumes, it'll be 3:14 to go in the first half, and the score will be 14-0 in favor of the Nitro Wildcats. So for Josh and Jackson and me, Mark Seipolt, we'll see you.